had to pay the price. I saw in you what life was missing. You lit a flame that consumed my hate. I'm now one for reminiscing, but I traded all for your sweet embrace. 'Cause we lost everything. We had to pay the price. There's a canvas with two faces of fallen angels who loved and lost. It was a passion for the ages, but in the end, guess we paid the cost. I think of beauty, I know, will never fade away. What you did to me, I know. Said what you had to say, but I think of beauty will never fade away. Will never fade away. I see your eyes, I know you see me. You're like a ghost, you're everywhere. I'm your demon, never leaving. I'm made of soul, of rage and fear. That one thing that changed it all. That one thing that caused the fall. A thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. What you did to me, I know. So what you had to say, but a thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. And until my duty, I know. Somehow I find a way, but a thing of beauty will never fade away. And until my duty will never fade away.
Guess that means I get to start plotting.
Start plotting what?
Just wiping everybody out.
Wiping
plotting
everyone
his
out.
demise.
Listen, we're pivoting the plot to Highlander. That's right.
There can be only one. We all need to go melee now. Walk around with katanas.
Wow.
This is just a temporary alliance to get rid of the other contenders.
That's right. You've seen Highlander, right, Matt?
I actually haven't, but I've seen enough memes to get the gist of it.
You're right. You're right, Garrus. Here we go in just a little bit here.
Right.
As soon as we get done
Never
with the
seen
Highlander
Highlander.
talk.
Jesus.
Nah, I've
You
never seen it.
You fucking.
Also, hello everybody.
How you feel? Everybody knows you're a pleb. You've never seen Highlander. You should be ashamed.
You know what? And I'm gonna double down on it. All right. Now that you're trying to call me out, trying to make me feel ashamed of it, I'm never gonna watch it now, just to be stubborn.
No, okay.
Wow.
You're lost.
I asked him if he's seen Warriors earlier today. So, anyway.
Okay, that one's a little before my time, all right?
Movie night on the Discord. Absolutely, buddy. We will
Dude,
do
the Warriors
that.
is before my time. I'm pretty sure. Actually, did the Warriors come out in the late 80s?
Early, I think it's early 80s, maybe late
Early
70s, yeah. I think it's early 80s.
79.
There you go.
Okay. Hey, as a kid
Yeah.
from Brooklyn, I've watched that movie a number of times. Loved it.
You got it.
Every time.
Warriors come out to play.
Yay.
Absolutely. Okay, so thank you everybody for being here tonight. This is actually Why Couldn't This Be Easy Part 2. WTF. I'm being PG-13 tonight.
It's never fucking easy.
And Rob just goes and destroys it.
So
That's what I
we're going to pick up from where we left off last week. West Side Story too many times.
Yeah.
So we're going to pick up from where we left off last week, in the abandoned warehouse where the moving truck that the team acquired, stole, has been destroyed, blown up by an RPG fired by what appears to be a double of Scotty. They had a whole plan put together. They had their getaway vehicle here stashed. Big plan was to get this item and then drop this truck and get into their vehicle and head back home. Easy peasy. Not quite. So before we get going, I want to introduce the players really quickly. So Scotty, tell us a little bit about you and Scotty.
Hi everyone, I'm Matt. I play Scotty Sims, aka the Rat. He is the talker of the group, usually trying to weasel his way out of any situation before things can break out into violence. A self-proclaimed pacifist, as he says. Don't pay attention to all the times he has done violent things. And right now, he's just a little weirded out by the look-alike. That whose head got absolutely blown off by Paul's shotgun right in front of him.
Didn't realize it could do that. All right. Harper, how about you?
I'm Jenny. I play Harper Young, or Ring as she is known. The badass biker chick turned apparently ridiculous, innocent flirt that apparently has every guy fucking chasing her ass now. Yeah. That's the big situation.
Wow.
I mean, we've had, what, 3 streams now that she's had guys chasing her in some form or fashion?
Yeah,
I
pretty
can say
much.
2 for sure. Yeah.
Do you want to introduce the bird too? He's like an honorary member of the team at this point, I think.
So, unfortunately, Atlas is in his cage in the other room right now.
Oh, shoot.
So, I've got him in the other room right now because he's been getting a little cranky the past couple of days. It is, unfortunately, hormonal season. Yay.
Lovely.
Yeah. So, for those that don't know, Atlas is my cockatoo that, go back and watch my solo story and you'll get a full view of who he is.
He likes to play a character as well.
Yes.
All right, so last but not least, Paul.
Yep. Hey, I am Rob, and I play Paul Lucero, or Raiden, as most people call him. Yeah, he's the old man of the group, senior agent, trying to keep everybody in line, and I guess more or less try to keep them alive. Although, they're old enough, they can take care of themselves. And as for stealing that car or whatever it is they stole, they did not steal it. The They just strategically transferred equipment to an alternate location.
Not stealing, we're borrowing.
Tries to keep them alive unless they take his ramen or his beer.
Yeah,
Borrowing.
don't take
Yeah.
his lo mein or his beer. Then
Gotta get that right, because you shot our own team
Look.
member.
Look, emphasis on the try part, because he doesn't always do the best at it.
You guys,
keeping y'all alive? No.
you guys kind of sound like my children in my tools because they borrow all the time without the intent to return. All right,
They
so
strategically acquire.
you're yes. So where we left off last week, in the warehouse, the strategically acquired, is that better? Van has been destroyed. You did manage to salvage the gel server from the truck. Appears to be okay. You took down your assailant, which Scotty went and checked out and found out some things. Not sure whether you want to use the getaway car or not, but it is still there. There does not appear to be any other assailants in the area. With that, I'm going to turn it over to you. Let's start out with Scotty.
Alright, so I think right where we left off, Scotty had kind of gone completely pale as he walked away from the body. And he kind of like catches up with the others as he kind of like takes, I guess, like, let's say he has like a tissue or something, kind of wipes some of the blood off his face, kind of saves that since they were talking about having a sample for Amethyst to kind of analyze. Kind of just puts that in one of his pockets.
Gotcha.
And as he catches up to the other two, he's like, alright, let's just get out of here.
Yeah, about that, kid. So, you wouldn't happen to have a twin brother, would you? I didn't see any of that in your file, but thought I'd ask, because, that individual I just flatlined there looked an awful lot like you.
No.
I mean, like identical?
Yeah, like identical.
Which,
I
speaking of,
don't have siblings.
are you okay? And she's saying that towards Scotty.
What I saw, it was like someone, it was like the joke where they say, hey, can I copy your homework? It's like, fine, but make some changes so they don't know you copied it. That whole thing. I just saw that in person form of me. So I don't know what that was. Did they just try to was it just a person with a really convincing mask that tried to look like me? Just it looked a lot like me, but there were some things that were just off.
Like
Okay.
what?
I have a tattoo. Ryan's seen it. It's like they tried to replicate it, but just missed the detail. So it was. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All right. Okay. It's different. It's not a carbon copy, but it's still eerily similar enough to creep me the fuck out.
Okay, so looks like you presumably got the same marks. Do you got any scars or anything that it had or he had or whatever the fuck?
I didn't go check every inch of the body. A little
Yep.
weird. I'm a little too weirded out to go check that much out. Look, got a sample of the blood on a tissue. We'll just bring it to the
alright.
doc. She can analyze it.
We'll work with that, I guess, but I mean, just so you're aware, kid, cloning's a thing. Even though it's illegal, we all know the corps don't really give a fuck about what's legal and not. It's what they can get away with. So keep that in the back of your head. But yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. That RPG blast definitely woke up the neighborhood, more likely. So Paul, at this point, as he's talking to Scotty, he looks over at the getaway vehicle. He's like, "We need wheels. We need something to transfer this thing." And he points over at the item they came to retrieve. But and as he's looking at the truck that they basically had set up to leave, he's like, "How much you want to bet that fucking thing is tagged somehow?"
I mean, considering the fact that this place was wiped clean, almost too clean, I wouldn't put it past whoever's responsible.
Yep.
It'd either be
But that also means somebody knew we were going to be here, and who all
Yep.
knew that we were coming.
That's the other worrisome part.
well. I don't know. We got to get out of here quick. So I don't know if we want to check the truck over for any bugs or hell, maybe it's even bombed. Definitely don't want to start it without looking first. Or
Yeah,
we
let's do
just
that.
hightail it out of here.
We need someone to transport that, and again, we need to get gone quick. Fuck it, I think this is our only option. Bug or no bug, we can always dump it somewhere else before we get close to base. So let's give it the once over. Let's check for any surprises, both in the bug form or the explosive, and then let's get this thing loaded up. Get the fuck out of here.
Guys, Sebastian's been down this whole time, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
who else would have known that we were here?
Hell if I know. Apparently, I did.
Did you snitch on us?
No, I mean that as in kind of like motions over to the dead body. Like, look, I'm trying to make a pretty morbid joke here, all right. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't right now.
Nah,
There's only
levity
two
is
others
good.
that are alive that work with us, so that would have known where we were, guys.
Yeah, Amethyst Sawyer. And considering I already shot Sawyer once, I don't think he's stupid enough to try to stab us in the back.
You hope.
Or that could
Oh.
be him trying to get even.
It could be. If it is, I'll just kill him.
I don't know. It
Whatever.
seems too coincidental that.
Well, torture information, then kill him.
Whatever. Let's check the truck over, make sure it's fine, and let's just get out of here.
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right.
So, go
Who's
ahead.
who's checking the truck over?
Paul's definitely giving it the once over.
All right.
Yeah.
Ringo help.
So
Scotty's also. I think we're all gonna check.
make a conceal reveal objects roll for me, please.
All right. In addition to that, Scotty does have a bug detector that detects any listening devices.
Okay.
All right. I got an 18. That's respectable.
Alright, give me 1 second to jump into the...
And I'm going to use 2 of my +2s to make mine a 17.
I forgot you had so many of those stacked up.
Stand
I'm
by.
loved.
Stand by. I gotta get in the game, get my character sheet. There he is.
All right.
You said conceal reveal?
Yes.
Alright. Where the hell did my skill thing go? Oh, there it is.
Should be in the awareness section, same as
Yep.
perception.
Yep. 14.
All right. So, Scotty, you and Ring both kind of find this more or less at the same time as you're looking over the vehicle. You notice that there is an addition to the vehicle under the driver's seat. Actually, under the car, under the driver's seat. It's wired to the ignition. There is an explosive package there.
Alright.
Kid, really annoying when you're pretty right about shit like that. Kind of hurting sometimes.
Look, I'm pretty used to people trying to kill me, so I've learned to look out for some things. Any of you good with trying to deal with bombs?
Yeah, just give me a second. So
Alright.
Paul kind of gets down, crawls underneath the thing, and he's gonna try to
Reed's
disarm
gonna go like to the opposite side because she's already been in his path of trying to get them safely out, where he threw a frag grenade in her general direction. She's gonna go like.
It wasn't a
okay,
frag; it was a flashbang. Okay.
Whatever. Still.
I mean, Scott is gonna get some distance too, just in case, Rob cuts. I mean, not Rob. Ryan,
Paul cuts the wrong thing.
cuts the blue wire instead of the red wire.
Good thing he's not colorblind.
All right.
Now that would be a tragic bomb
The
defusal.
one time
Cut the red wire. I don't know which one's red. I'm colorblind.
What are you gonna say, Greg?
I was just thinking about that. Okay, so make a demolitions roll for me, Paul. If you're so you are going to try and disarm this, right?
Yep.
Okay, make a demolitions roll for me.
Let's see what we got here.
Oh
Oof. This is bad.
no, that's a 7. He just rolled a nat 1 on that.
This is real bad.
Look,
Oh,
you
God,
know what?
I'm
It was definitely the right decision that the two of us took some steps back.
This is really, really bad. It's funny because as soon as I rolled, I was like, you know what? Knowing my luck, it's gonna be a nat 1.
All right. So, explain to me what this looks like, Paul. Because what are you doing? You're crawling under this vehicle to disarm this thing?
Yeah, so he's crawling underneath the vehicle and he's taking a look at the device. He's basically looking for the initiator, where like the wires are going to the charge, to the ignition. Is it on? What's the igniter? Is it electrical? Things like that.
Okay, so you get under there and you're looking at this thing. This is pretty complicated for this isn't like your average bomb. It is wired directly into the car. You can tell that it's wired to the ignition of the car, but it also seems to be connected to like the actual control, the brain of the car.
Gotcha. All right. So like in this case, it would be like the computer.
Yeah.
Like, gotcha.
So I'm just going to say that you can go ahead and try and disarm it if you like, but based on that roll, you're really uncomfortable about this.
Paul would be dead. Yeah, Paul's just staring up at that like. Well, he kind of rolls back out from underneath the car. Yeah, whoever put that together knows their shit. Yeah, that's a dead end. Let's not make it permanent though. So he's like, well. So, this is for the DM. Based on the fact that the crate, the crate, the what's it called, the gel processor,
data
thingy?
gel server.
There we go.
I think that's what we're calling it.
The crate, like the shipping crate that it's in.
Yep.
Is it still in that? Or did that get
no.
jacked up?
Yeah, the crate's pretty well busted.
Okay.
So two things with this thing. It is very heavy. So
Yes.
it's not something that one of you is just going to throw it over your shoulder and take off.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to move this, and we do have. Well, we have the electronic power jack that we can get it up. We need a vehicle, another truck. So with that in mind, Paul kind of walks up, grabs the power jack.
Give me an odd or even here, because that vehicle was blown up. So
Even Steven.
You might not have an electronic pallet jack. Even?
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have an electronic pallet jack, buddy.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Fantastic, guys. This is starting off right.
Is it something that looks like, if two of us tried, we could move?
Roughly 400 pounds is what this thing weighs. So two of you together could move it, but I mean, it's heavy.
It's not something that we can just pick up and run with.
Nope.
Even with 2 or 3 people. Again, 400 pounds is still 400 pounds. So at that point, he's like, well, somebody needs to go grab us some wheels, preferably a truck. He looks at the other two. He's like, which one of you is good at stealing shit? And he looks over at Scotty at this point.
Ring's gonna straight up point to the rat.
Look, I'm better at talking and dealing than I am at actually stealing stuff myself.
Oh.
Look, why don't we try count? Look, I know we're suspicious of him a little right now, but maybe we should try calling. God, his name is escaping me right now.
Sawyer?
Sawyer. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, maybe we should try calling Sawyer. Maybe he's got a ride and he can pick us up.
Alright. Since you're the one who likes to talk, man, give him a call.
Alright.
If it gives you any shit, just tell him I'll shoot him again.
I think that may not work well. I think that would make things worse, actually. Look, while I'm calling, why don't two of you at least try to get that thing into a back alleyway or something, so we're not standing out in the middle of this parking lot.
They're actually in a warehouse, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, they're inside a warehouse? Okay, for some reason I thought we were in a parking lot of the warehouse. Okay, we're inside.
It's an abandoned warehouse. So it's basically just a large shell building that you're in.
Okay. All right. Scratch that part then. So, Scotty pulls out his handheld Nokia agent.
Okay.
And just rings up Sawyer.
All right. Your phone rings for a little bit, and then someone picks up on the other end. Yeah.
Hey, Sawyer. It's Scotty. Listen, how drunk are you right now?
Scotty who?
You know who. Listen, how drunk are you right now?
I don't know, no Scotty.
Yes, you do. Look, the redhead.
Redhead? Oh.
Guy who... Yes, okay.
You don't sound like no redhead.
What? I'm ignoring that bit. How drunk are you right now? Are you at least halfway sober?
I'm not any more or less drunk than I am at any other time.
I fucking love Sawyer.
Sky takes it. That's like, okay. How is your ability to drive while piss-ass drunk?
What? I'll tell you a little story here. What'd you say your name is?
Scotty. Yeah.
Scotty. Oh, you're that rat guy. That's right. Oh, hey, Scotty. Yeah. What was I saying? I was gonna tell you a story about driving. I can drive. I drive better when I'm a little inebriated, you know. Kind of takes away all the nonsense, and you can just kind of see and feel the road, you know.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that answer. I wasn't asking for any particular reason, by the way. No need to get in a car. I was just curious is all.
Well, that's
Thanks
good.
for the answer.
Oh, all right. I'll talk to you later, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get that thing? Well, you got the thing, right?
Yeah,
something.
we got the thing.
Oh.
We're just.
So what's the holdup?
technical difficulties. Well, don't you worry about a thing.
All right.
Alright. Well, yeah. And this guy just hangs up. He looks to the other two. It's like, I don't know if that man's ever had a sober moment in his life.
You're just not realizing this?
Look, I wanted to take the chance that he was sober enough to drive, but what I just spoke to, I swear, is worse than normal.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, none of us are around. I would imagine we're probably going to shoot back up with, no alcohol in the building whatsoever.
Probably.
And she'll look at Ryan at that point and go, "Don't shoot him till we have all information out of him."
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a special stash hidden somewhere. It's okay. Well, shit.
So,
Either now we try to lug this thing back on foot, taking the back alleyways, or we find some random passerby to steal their car.
Kid,
Which may or may
that's
not go well.
Probably about 400 pounds. Between three of us, we can move it. We could probably leg it a little bit, but it's still 400 pounds.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Fuck it, wait here. So he kind of grabs his gear and shit. He's like, keep an eye on that. He walks out of the side door, and he starts looking around for vehicles in the street. Parked ones, doesn't matter.
Well, you guys are. This warehouse is basically on the wharf side, the north side of Watson, which is pretty. It's the old part of the city at this point. It's dirty, grungy. Used to be in the heavy industry. There's really not much of anything going on here. This is like the slum of the city. So you do see a few cars driving out on the street there. You see some people kind of across the street, maybe 100 yards or so away. It looks like they're warming their hands over a barrel that's on fire. They've got an old burnout car there. Looks like they pulled some seats out of like a bench seat out of a vehicle. It's sitting next to the fire, and looks like they might be cooking something.
Paul walks over to him. Hey, fellas. You guys, I'm assuming you guys live in the neighborhood. You know where I can find a truck that won't be missed?
Yeah, there's one right there. And he points to the heap that doesn't have any tires or anything on it.
One that runs.
What do you
Paul doesn't even bother
do?
looking.
Of course. Let me go check the garage. I think we've got something around here somewhere for you. The guy just keeps warming his hands over the fire.
100 eddies a piece. Either one of you guys can tell me where I could find a functional fucking vehicle.
Ooh.
Preferably a truck.
Wait, now you get their attention. These three guys. The one was sitting on the bucket seat. The one warming his hands over the fire, and the other one is kind of playing around with some stuff. They all stand up and look at you. Did you just say 100 eddies a piece?
Yep.
I see. You got that kind of money on you?
Paul kind of looks at each of them. He looks at each of them in the eye, like just one to the other. Keep in mind, he is carrying his Ragnarok shotgun in hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I do.
And they look at you hungrily for a little bit. And they decide to back down, basically. The one guy's like, look, man, I really wish I could help you. There's a fella, maybe a couple blocks over. He might be able to help you. He does run in and out of the area. Do you think any of us would be here if we had a car?
Look, some people just like the quiet. I've lived in areas like this before myself. Ain't half bad.
I see.
Guy's name and what he looks like.
Oh, trust me, you'll know him. Name's Ford.
Ford? Alright. So he flips them all 50 eddies.
Oh, thank you. I knew I seen good in you.
You fellas stay warm. So he kind of turns around, heads back in. Oh, and he stops and he's like, we never had this conversation.
What conversation?
And he doesn't respond, just kind of walks into the building. He's like, all right, well, looks like he comes out to the two of them. He's like, kid, looks like you can get to talk after all. I'm gonna go try to track down an individual named Ford. Apparently he can potentially get us a ride.
How'd you manage
Alright.
that?
3 hobos outside.
Okay.
Is this guy nearby? Because
Yeah, he's a couple blocks north from here.
all right, let's try to do
Apparently-
this quick as possible.
Apparently we'll know him when we find him.
So am I staying here with that thing then?
Uh,
I'll just take
I
that as a
really-
yes.
we really should have 2 people on that. Kid, do you think you can manage by yourself?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
All right. Yeah. So just head up, set a couple blocks north of here. Just ask around for a guy named Ford, and you got the eddies we usually get paid, right? Apparently that helped grease the wheels a little bit.
Yeah, I'll make
Alright.
sure to get him to work for us.
All right. Well, let's we'll wait here. And Paul kind of pats his pockets and he pulls out the phone. He's like, "Call if anything, if you need anything, man."
Scotty nods, and then guess he's heading out the door.
Okay. So Scotty, you head up, just head uptown. Essentially, you're walking a couple of blocks. You do see some folks around. You see the bums that Raiden was talking about. I wouldn't say bums. I mean, they're a little down on their luck for sure, but they might actually even be scabs for all you know.
True.
The usual back alley slums type people.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess Scotty's just gonna start walking down the direction Paul told him to go.
You get probably about 2 blocks away, and you run into a small group of. You hear some music playing in the distance, and as you come up on it, the small group of tiger claws there. They're motorcycles and whatnot. They're just having a little party. Right next to basically like a vignette market. So you have a bunch of vending machines in this area. Looks like maybe a little Ripper Doc shop there. And there's other people that are just kind of floating around. Looks like there's a game of stones or dice or something going on.
Alright, I guess Scotty's going to first approach the people that are playing the game of dice.
Okay.
And he just goes, what are you about to say?
Well, they kind of give you some sidelong looks as you're coming up by them. They keep doing their thing.
This guy just gives them a wave and goes, "Sup, Joombas? Mind if I ask you a question real quick?"
What you want?
Looking for a guy named Ford. Should be around here. You know him?
What the hell you want Ford for? Oof.
Look, just can you tell me where he is? It's important.
He's probably in one of these alleys or something, passed out. I don't know.
Passed out?
Well, if it's the same Ford I'm thinking of, then yeah, probably. If he ain't passed out, then you probably don't want to talk to him.
Jeez.
He's a little loco.
Sawyer all over again. All right. Well, thanks. I guess I'll check some of these alleys.
Okay.
Damn.
So,
Can't catch a break.
so,
Scotty's gonna head towards the alleys, kind of mumbling. He's like,
yeah.
Everyone who has a car drunk right now. What happened to sobriety?
Says the drug dealer.
Apparently doesn't exist.
Not
I'll-
Night City.
That's all I can say is welcome to Night City. So yeah, you know kind of walk around, look up. There's two alleyways. There's one to the back of this market and kind of one off behind where these guys were off to your right. And you see a guy back there, and he's kind of pacing back and forth a little bit. It's kind of, you know.
Scotty calls out to him. He's like, "Hey,
Huh? What? What you want?
Look, I see your little jumping. Don't worry, I don't got anything planned. Look, are you Ford?
Who are you?
I'm a guy looking for Ford. I need a ride."
What? Oh, you need a ride. Yeah, okay. I just so happens that I am a proprietor of transportation.
So you're Ford?
Ford Lincoln Mercury at your service.
All right. Listen, me and my buds right now, we're a couple blocks down. We got a bit of a heavy package, and sadly our car just broke down. So, what kind of car you got? We're dealing with something that's about 400 pounds probably.
I see. So you got 3 passengers in a heavy load. Is that right? Is that what I hear?
I didn't say how many of us there were.
Oh, well, you got more than that.
No. Can I do a human perception on that
Sure.
real quick?
Go for it.
Because that's just a little suspicious. Human perception. All right. Ooh, and that's a nat 10, so I got a 23 on that. Is the guy suspicious, or is he just a really lucky guesser?
Well, you know, given your history, he probably just got lucky, as far as you can tell. I mean, this guy really reminds you of a tweaker.
Oh, he took it hard, boy.
So either this guy's a really lucky guesser or one of the most convincing liars that has ever been around. So I guess after that, Scotty's just gonna be like, just gonna kind of shake his head lightly, just telling himself to kind of forget that thought. He's like, "All right, okay, so
I can help you. I got you. Don't worry, I got you. We where you want to go? I can take you anywhere you want to go.
won't be far. It's still here in Watson."
All right. Yeah, I can do that. I can take you to all the spots here in all of Night City.
Like, all right, cool. Look, we can discuss where you'll be dropping this off and the payment on the way there. Let's just go. We should probably be doing this.
Oh no,
quick.
no,
What?
that's not gonna work. No.
What do you mean?
Well, you got to pay up front because I don't know you.
Okay, you know what? Fair. Okay. Listen, going to a hotel nearby in Watson. honestly,
In Watson, a hotel in Watson.
It's the Piedmont.
yeah, it's the Piedmont Hotel. You know where that is?
Well, that's the Piedmont. That old place, really?
That wasn't Watson,
Well,
wasn't it? Or am I
No, it's
remembering?
down by the Glen.
Oh, the Glen. Okay, my mistake. It's like it's in the Glen.
Oh, so you all live in that area. You got some pull, I guess, huh?
Something like that.
Yeah, the price just went up.
How much we talking?
Well, let's see. From here to the Glen, for how many? What'd you say? How many people was it again?
Got 3 people.
3 people. So I was right. See, I told you. I know things. I'm telling you, I can read people.
Yeah. I'm sure. Look, how much is it gonna be?
It's gonna be 400.
400.
Yep, 400, and I will take you anywhere you want to go. We can go to all the places.
Alright, and with Scotty's knowledge, does that seem like a reasonable price?
Not at all.
It's
He's
very
definitely
expensive.
lowball.
Like, what would be closer to the a more like normal price?
Well,
Because like, I as a player don't have as good a reference for things as my character would.
well, and Scotty may not know here, but from where, because he come from the Detroit area, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And this area is kind of borderline combat zone. It's NCPD really doesn't come up here, so getting a cab service to come here is going to cost you. 400 may not be too far out of line. It really depends on what's offered, because for 400 you could probably get combat cab to come pick you up for 400.
Okay, so that so for a service that definitely isn't as safe as combat cab, 400 is
Well, I
definitely
didn't say that.
a bit not. So this guy's gonna look at him and be like,
You are
400.
talking to Ford Lincoln Mercury, the proprietor of transportation here in this area.
Look, I could get a combat cab for 400. You
Yeah,
got
but
something that's gonna
but
get
you-
me there just as safe?
I got everything. I got whatever you want. We can do this. I got you. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be just fine. I got you.
Let me see your ride.
I
first.
need 100 up front, and I'll come pick you up. You get the front door service. You get the first class all the way. I'll come pick you up. I need 100 up front, 300 when we get there. Get me?
Look, we'll do 100 up front and 200 on the way out. And
Well, that's no. Now hold on. That's only 300.
you telling me you got a service that's as good as combat cab?
I'm Ford Lincoln Mercury. I don't know who this combat cab.
Look, and actually for this role, I actually want to try and do like my trading skill. But
Okay.
you said the guy kind of looked like a tweaker, so you kind of like, so he definitely looks like someone who kind of like, partakes in some substances.
Oh boy, he's about to do a
Possibly.
drug deal.
All right, it's like, look, do
Imaginary.
well, no, look, we'll do 100 up front. We'll do 200 on the way out when you get us there, and I'll give you my contact info because you look like a guy who likes his substance. And I can tell you now, I can
What?
get you that stuff for a good price.
Well, what would you talk about? I'm a upstanding individual, a pillar of this here community.
Yeah, and look, I'm not here to judge anything, but if you or maybe someone you know,
I don't
like,
know.
like implied wink, ever needs anything, you can get a really good price on it.
I don't like what you're insinuating, sir.
Look,
I think the price might just go up, not down. You're awful rude, you know that?
Rude, I'm trying to give you a deal right here, man.
What kind of deal are you trying to give me? Say you got a smoke?
Yeah, I got a smoke, man.
All right.
Pulls out some cigarettes. That's right, he does have his own. He just likes to try to bum them from Paul sometimes.
Fucking thieving ass motherfuckers. You get their own shit.
That's the MO. That's the MO here. Yeah, he takes one of your cigarettes, and his tip of his right finger flips open, and he lights his cigarette. That's what I needed right there. That's good. That's good. So we're talking some business now. I'm a businessman.
This guy nods like, yep, me too.
Oh yeah, I was going. What was we talking about now? We was talking about I'm gonna take you somewhere, right?
Yeah, Piedmont and the Glen.
In the Glen, holy. Okay, yeah, I can go anywhere you want to go.
All right, cool. How does, and Scotty's kind of guessing like this guy lost track of the conversation. So like, how does 100 up front, 200 when we get there, and then a new connection to get whatever you need? See, me, I'm a guy who does a lot of deals, alright? I'm good at getting my hands on things for a good price, and I can help you get those things for cheaper than probably whatever other dealer you got going around.
So, you telling me you a fixer?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. We can do that. Yeah, I think you got the 100 on you, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right. Well,
What kind of deal would I be making if I didn't have anything on hand?
Well, all right. I need that. You give me the 100, and we got us a deal.
All right. Scotty flips some 100 eddies.
All right. I'm gonna pause you right there and go over to Paul and Ring.
All right.
So, everything's pretty quiet for the most part while Scotty's gone off trying to procure transportation. You know, you hear some pigeons. Not much else for quite some time.
Okay. That's good.
So, what are you guys doing?
Well, Paul's reloading and checking his body armor and his gear and just kind of standing by near this box, just kind of keeping an eye out, hoping no one, they stay unbothered for the duration. He does fish out of smoke and light one up, though.
Fishes out of smoke and lights one up. Okay. How about you, Ring?
Ring is a short distance off, kind of leaning against the wall. She's smoking, of course, herself.
This guy's driving a cloud car.
But she is she will look over at Paul and she's like, this whole thing just seems way, you know how I told you that it was way too easy us getting out of there, and that shit was fixing to go down because it was way too damn easy.
What'd he say?
What the fuck?
Huh.
What is he saying back there?
He was saying, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's what we're all saying. Ring, what did you want to repeat what you said?
So she'll just kind of look over at Paul. She's like, "Yeah, this is too calm."
Yeah, well, let's be grateful for that. I can do with less RPGs in my life at the moment.
Yeah, the last time it was just calm. We ended up with an RPG. That's kind of what I'm trying to hint at here. Is it's too calm. Calm before the storm.
Yeah, basically. Bird's saying what we're all thinking. Yeah, well, keep your head on a swivel, and hopefully the kid comes back soon with a ride.
Let's hope.
I need you two to give me a perception check, please.
No, it was too good to be true.
All right.
14.
21.
Okay. So, Paul, as you and Ring are talking, she doesn't seem to notice this, but you're kind of eyeballing around, getting your clean your gun or whatnot, and you see these three figures kind of walk into one of the open spaces, and they seem to be walking in unison. Eerily so. It's like they're marching more or less, but it's at a
Gotcha.
walk.
Okay.
They're far enough away that you don't really get a good clear look at them, but they seem to be dressed in like cloaks or robes with hoods. And they come walking around this corner and almost they turn right into the building, and they seem to be just slowly coming towards you.
Gotcha. And as he sees this, he kind of he glances at Ring. He's like, "Hey, eyes up! We got some company."
Knew it was too good to be true.
Yeah, usually is. Paul
Calm
kind of
before the
looks
storm.
out at them. He's like, "Hey, what brings you guys to this side of the neighborhood?"
They don't say anything as they keep walking towards you. They get to probably about, I would say 50 feet away, and the one on the right kind of starts to veer off towards the right, and the one on the left kind of starts to veer off towards the left.
Okay. So Paul,
They're still walking towards you.
he doesn't say much at the moment. About 50 feet off. Okay, so he brings his weapon up. He doesn't aim it like right at them, but the implication is very clear. They keep moving, and one of them's gonna catch it.
Okay, so the one in the center, that's the one that stayed coming directly towards you two. When you brandish your weapon, more or less, starts to talk. Very sultry female voice. There's no need for that.
Yeah, we'll see.
We've just come to help you.
Yeah, and who are you?
Yeah, that's that and a bunch of other questions.
We'll start with that one.
She gets up to within about, I would say 20 feet of you. Now, the other two have kind of moved off and they're flanking you. And this person pulls back the hood. Underneath the hood, you see she doesn't have her own eyes. She's cybernetic eyes. You can tell that her right arm is a cyber arm. And she's wearing a cloak over what looks like the attire of a nun. She has a little holy symbol, a little cross hanging down.
Mm-hmm.
The white schmuck, or yeah,
I think it's called a habit.
habit.
But
There
I
you
don't
go.
know. Yeah.
Oh, by help, she means she wants to save our souls, not anything with what we have going on. Obviously.
Right. Right.
She stops now that she's pulled the hood back and looks at you, Paul.
Mm. Paul's looking at her, and he's keeping track of the one on the right hand side. Hopefully, Ring is keeping track of the one on the left. He's
Yes.
like, "Well, sorry, sister, we're not looking for a confession today. We're just waiting for our buddy, and we're gonna be out of here pretty soon."
Confession. Confession would be good. We heard that there was some trouble in our little parish here.
This Night City, there's always trouble.
Just ignore the burning truck just over there.
And the headless corpse.
There's no trouble here. Just don't look that way.
She kind of looks at you, Paul, and then she looks at your cargo. And from underneath her cloak, she pulls up a shotgun very similar to yours.
Okay.
I thought you said that wasn't necessary.
Ooh. It's not necessary as long as you make a contribution, child.
Yeah, something tells me I'm gonna probably say no, given where I saw your eye. Well, that's what you want to call those things. Going towards the answer's no. You ain't getting it.
Well, I haven't
And
asked you
Paul-
for anything.
Paul kind of looks over at Ring. And he kind of he's not even trying to wait. He's like, "Are we being shaken down by nuns? Is that what's happening right now?"
Considering the fact of where she was looking. So what's this? And she'll do this kind of air quotes with one hand. What's this contribution you're wanting?
Well, I think that right there. And she
Yeah,
points.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I just said you ain't getting that. So try again.
Oh, you sure are a hostile one, aren't you?
No, I just don't like dealing with bullshit.
Okay, all right. Well,
She'll just look at Paul and be like, ready for a firefight? Hope you are.
yeah. I mean, I'm going to hell anyway, so fuck it.
Let's have some fun on the way. She'll look back at the nun and be like, so, like I said, something else, because you ain't getting that.
Really? She racks her shotgun.
And as she racks the shotgun, Paul's gonna try to put one in her chest.
All right. Okay, Ring, Paul, I need you to roll your initiative, please.
12.
All right. That's a 19.
Okay. So why?
Never trust when somebody says the word quiet. Yes, I knock on wood, because, yeah.
See, why can't you guys just, get along with people? I don't understand.
Where's the fun in that?
For all we know, that shotgun actually shoots out wafer crisps. It's like the
Right,
body of
Wafer
Christ.
crisps.
Right.
Give a man to say
That's what- that's
wafer
what-
crisps.
It
we
could be.
completely misread the situation.
They're out here delivering the Eucharist in shotgun form. Yeah.
Listen, in the year 2078 at this point,
Yeah.
Yes.
the religious services they've really changed over the years. Trying to appeal to a younger audience.
Gotcha.
You know what? The kids love guns.
Kids love guns.
All right,
Kids
Paul.
love a lot of things. All right, yeah, he's gonna fucking take a shot at her. Here we go.
Go for it. Roll it.
That is a 22.
You didn't even introduce yourself to him. All right, and you hit. Okay.
That is 27 damage with 3 6s.
That is stupidly appropriate.
Apropos for the situation. And then there's 3 6s and 2 nat ones. All in balance.
All right, guy. Here, I need you to roll me 3d8s, please.
3d8s. Roger that. Stand by.
First thing we do when faced
A
with
4,
mob
a
is
3, and an 8.
roll the devil when attacking them.
Who cares how many times Ring's gun's gonna jam this time?
I feel like Ring has never successfully managed to actually shoot a bullet. I swear, you rolled that many nat ones.
Yeah, she has.
Robot.
No.
Robot.
Back towards the beginning of the series, she was doing pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, I remember that. She
Robot
was kicking ass back then.
Robot decided to be like, nah, we need to nerf you.
Yep, pretty much.
All right, so Paul, I'm going to let you describe the situation. See, you were firing at the one who just racked their shotgun, right?
Yeah, the one straight in front of him.
Okay.
I'm assuming it was her.
So you bring up your weapon and awesome shot, critical strike. You actually take her right arm off. So explain to us what that looks like.
I mean, yeah, so kind of the way Paul kind of had it at like the half ready, like it was kind of in between the low ready, high ready, and he was just kind of sitting there waiting for someone to do something stupid. And as soon as the nun racks the shell, the muzzle of his shotgun just comes up, and he just like he gets a good side picture, boom, lets one off, and her arm and shoulder just go flying in one direction. Well, what's left of it, and the stump that's left looks like chopped meat essentially, or it would look like chopped meat. It's more like circuits and stuff because her right arm was a cyber arm. So she's sparkling now. She's sparking.
All right, and you have movement.
He is going to move. He's basically, so when they took the server off, out of kind of the crate. It's still in its like container. They took it out of the crate, kind of set it down, like kind of still in the body of the. Well, no, the vehicle's on fire. Never mind. Sad days. I guess they just kind of have it sitting somewhere, sitting out. But yeah, he moves over to a nearby pillar as cover.
Okay. And all right, so you take and completely blow her arm off. The one on your left pulls up an automatic rifle and actually takes a shot at you. And this is a burst shot.
Okay. Oof.
So you're rolling against a 21, my friend.
All right. As a 15.
Oof.
Yeah, I am going to
Somebody's trying to help you.
burn 2 luck. Make that a 17.
And then you got a +2 from Aramania.
Alright, so that's 19.
Yeah.
Alright, so we all know Scotty don't give nobody no fucking points.
Nah. Listen, listen. Someone's got to be harsh on you guys.
Exactly.
19. Let's see.
Oh. Using your points on yourself. Now I'm going to say that's probably not a fair thing to do.
Oh no, we can't do that. Like you've already told us before. I'm just seeing how many points I have. 19, 20.
I mean, if you have two more,
I'll burn another 2 luck. I'll burn 1 more luck to make that a 20.
Okay. So you're avoiding that times multiplier. I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So you take 9 damage, and she also dives into cover. The one you took the arm off of is also going to use her turn to get under cover. Ring, you're up.
She's gonna take a shot at the one that's still remaining, but she's gonna go auto fire.
Okay, that's the one on your... So it would have been on your right, which would have been Paul's left.
Do it.
Okay, go for it.
oh my goodness! How does this happen?
I'm freaking give up! This is ridiculous!
Robot out here just trolling.
Still giving her not ones. What the?
Give me.
Like this is like 4 or 5 times in a freaking row now.
Oh my goodness!
Give me an odd or even.
Even Steven.
And it is odd, so your gun jams.
Oh. How does...
All right.
I cannot believe that this keeps happening.
So Ring now has a +2.
That is rough.
Robots out here just trolling.
She's supposed to be our solo, like she's like supposed to be our biggest like badass in combat, and Robot just says, "No, your guns don't work."
Nope.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, so you have movement left, Ring.
I guess she's gonna go into cover.
Okay. So what are you guys taking cover behind? The car?
Paul's behind a pillar.
Paul's behind a pillar? Okay.
Yeah, he moved behind a pillar.
So
Whatever's closest.
Okay. Would you take cover behind the car?
It's burning, right?
Well, the getaway car. The moving truck that you guys tactically acquired, I believe was the term we were using, is burning, yes.
She would be very careful where she positioned herself, but yes, she would.
Behind the car? Okay. All right. And...
Go wrong.
Yeah, this one here is actually going to move up on you, Paul. And she has a sword, so she is going to come at you with that.
Okay. Oof.
22.
Damn, they're really trying to come for me. Jesus. All right. I need to roll vision.
Yep.
Another 15. Okay. All right, let's let her rip.
All right. So you take 8 damage.
Half by the armor.
No, armor. Your SP score would be halved to defend
Yeah,
against
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. So that would be. Is it rounded up or down? I can't remember.
Round it up.
I don't know. All right. Believe I'm going to dodge.
So you don't take any damage?
Oh, actually.
All right,
It
so
matches.
your armor would be bladed by 1.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Second attack is a 20.
Okay.
Mm.
Not today.
All right, fortunately for you. All right. And you are up.
All right, so he's gonna bring his weapon to bear. He kind of like as basically his she kind of sneaks up behind him. His armor catches the first strike, and then he kind of turns and he brings the shotgun up and catches that on the body of the weapon, and he kind of pushes the blade off. But in so doing, he whips the muzzle forward and takes a shot point blank.
Okay, go for it.
La 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 la. Is an 18, and I am gonna use that +2 to make that a 20,
Okay.
and I will use 1 luck to make that a 21.
All right, you hit 29 damage and double sixes again. Roll me.
Paul really doesn't like nuns.
He doesn't. I don't
No.
know, man. Not very religious, are you?
He believes in noodles.
All right, roll me. Actually, just roll me 2d8.
Did he hit this time?
Yep.
Stand by. That is an 8 and a 3.
Okay. All right. So you actually take her. I'm just going to let you have the headshot in this because the explanation you gave sounds like you would have hit her in the head. So with a headshot with that shotgun blast, yeah, tell us what that looks like.
So yeah, again, he catches the blade, kind of pushes her off, and that allows him to bring the muzzle of the weapon down, and he brings it about just right beneath her nose and pulls the trigger, and basically the whole like top half of her head just gets splattered across the concrete, and her body drops to the ground, lifeless. Actually her hand was kind of still holding the sword and it's kind of twitching a bit, but yeah, she is very, very dead.
No, forgive me, Lord.
Nope.
All right. Well,
No,
He's going to remain in cover for that one.
all right. From there, we're going to jump back over to you, Scotty.
all right.
So you got the 100 eddies, right?
Yep, flipping it over to you right now.
All right. Now, what?
No, just go on, man. Just let's go.
Where you want me to pick you up? This, like I said, this is first class service. I'll come pick you up.
I mean, I'm right here. We can go to your car together, but my friends are down the block, down a couple blocks at that old warehouse.
Gotcha. All right. What kind of vehicle do we need? We need a car. We need a truck. What do we need?
Truck. We got a 400-pound package, so we're gonna need something capable of carrying
400-pound package. The hell are you carrying around 400-pound package for?
You're probably better off knowing as little as possible.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Say, listen. Oh, I'm gonna have you. You just hold on right here. All right. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Right. Okay. Sure.
All right. So he kind of heads over by these guys that are playing the game. And you can kind of barely hear what's going on there, but he exchanges something with one of them, and then comes back over by you. All right. We are ready. We're ready to go now. All right, here we go.
This guy was just looking at the habits like, "Do you got that guy some money?
What?
You lost in the dice game, didn't you?"
Oh yeah. I play once in a while. I gotta spread the wealth around the community here.
Yeah.
Sharing with people. Yeah,
I get that. All right, let's go. The sooner we can get this done, the better.
yeah. Let's go. All right. Come on. And he kind of leads you down this alley, and he's this guy is really kind of jittery looking as he walks around. He's kind of looking. You walk up the street a little ways, and kind of looking at the automobiles that are there. And then he kind of spots something out of the corner of his eye. He's like, "Oh, there it is. There's a ride. That's my ride right there. Let's go." Shh.
Scott sees this and he's like, he like internally sighs. He's like, "Oh yeah, okay," but very quietly. Yes.
All right, here we go. He goes up and he's kind of standing by the driver's side door. He's looking at it for a little bit. He's like, "Are you ready? You go on over there. Go on the other side over there. Don't touch nothing. Okay, just stand there for a minute. All right?
Yeah, sure thing.
All right. She's temperamental. I'm telling. She's temperamental. Yes, you got to handle her like a fine thing that she is. And this is an older looking, bulky truck. Kind of looks like maybe even has a lift kit in it. Big tires.
Please tell me it has truck nuts on it.
It looks definitely not like it's his truck.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting that idea. And Scotty's just like, yeah, car doors very hard to open these days.
Yeah, you know it. It's you just got to have a little finesse, to it. Everything works out in the end. You just got to treat them very fine. Talk to them real nice. And he kind of strokes the side of the vehicle.
This truck definitely has truck nuts on it.
Yeah, this guy's just kind of like tapping his foot impatiently as Ford kind of works his finesse.
And he looks around a little bit, you notice he's looking at his finger. He's looking at his finger. He's saying, no.
Yeah, everything all right over there, bud?
Yeah,
how's that finesse
just
going?
fine. It's going. Just hold on. Just be patient, man. These things take time. Just be patient. All right.
Yeah.
Don't be in such a hurry.
Car doors very tough these days.
Absolutely, it is. And he kind of fiddles around a little bit, and you hear a click, and he opens the door. All right, see, I told you, nothing to worry about. Everything's gonna be just fine. We're good. This here, Bobby Sue, maybe I don't know. We're gonna get there. All right, here, hop in. And he presses the button to unlock your door.
Yep, and Scotty gets in, and he's like, "All right, I'll give you the directions as we're going. Let's go."
Okay, hold on a minute.
Of course, cars very hard to start these days. Gonna need some more finesse.
You starting to understand this now. See, I knew I could just tell you got something.
Yeah.
All right. See, I knew it. It's all good. And he's kind of pets the dashboard a little bit. So just gonna take just a minute. All right.
Yeah, just a minute.
Yep, just a minute. It's all good. We're all good.
Oh, shit.
He kind of sits there for a little bit. You do notice that this guy has the hardware, like as you're kind of looking at him, like he may have a internal deck.
I see. Like a internal cyber deck.
Yep.
Okay. And I guess as this perfectly legit, not at all suspicious thing is going on, Scotty's just kind of gonna look around just to make sure like no one's like looking or anything like that.
There's some people, there's a couple guys off in the distance. So you got like a little fight ring over here. A couple guys look like maybe they're playing some pickup game of basketball or something. They haven't really noticed you yet.
Okay, as long as no one is angrily approaching.
So what you think? You like it? You like it? This is my ride right here. This is good.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
Yeah, she is a beaut. Look at her. Whew. Man, bet you wish you had something so fine.
Yeah, I sure do, buddy. Like this is who needs combat cap.
Oh, I probably should have just fucking called combat cap.
So he's kind of petting the dashboard for a little bit, and suddenly you hear the vehicle start to turn over. And when the vehicle starts to turn over, the radio comes on with some sort of loud. It's not like the hard industrial style music. It's like old country.
Oh boy.
The vehicle starts up and the old country song comes on. And at this point, Scotty, roll perception.
Okay. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that's a nat 1, so that's a 9.
Okay, so you don't know. You just I don't know.
Some nice country music.
Yeah, song ain't so bad. He's just kind of he kind of starts punching buttons. He's like, oh yeah, this isn't my thing. I don't listen to this stuff normally. Just kind of here and there, once in a while.
Yeah,
you like this? You like this? I mean, it's not.
I'm not huge on country, but I guess sometimes you just flip around the radio channels.
Yeah, you want to just go ahead. You can put on what you want to put on. This is my casa is your casa.
Yeah, sure. And he just like starts flipping randomly through the radio stations because I don't think he's very familiar with radio stations in Night City. So he's just gonna keep on going until he finds something that's at least halfway pleasant to listen to.
And he's kind of there's a like shifter that's there, and he's like, well, it's gonna be just a minute. She still kind of temperamental. It takes a little bit for her to warm up. Up to you, She's like,
finesse, yes.
Yeah. You gotta kind of ease your way into it. It doesn't just can't just go in there all willy nilly. You gotta really ease your way into this. See?
Yeah, like any car.
Yeah. You get it. I do it. See, I do it. Roll me perception check again, Scotty.
All right. This time is a respectable 16.
All right. So this time you notice that there's no basketball game going on anymore.
It's like, buddy, got people staring. Better hurry it up.
Well, let them stare, man. Come on. When you got something fine, you don't be worried about it. I mean, you gotta have faith, brother. You gotta have faith.
Yeah, faith. And as he's looking, and he's like,
faith for you to start this goddamn car.
Yeah, people are staring by now, but does anyone look like they're taking action?
Oh, they're coming. They're coming towards you.
It's like we got people coming.
Yeah, everybody likes to check out my ride. You know, they just like to check out my ride.
Well, hopefully we don't have to stop and talk to them. Come on.
What you don't like talking to people? What's wrong with you?
Listen, I know what's going on. Okay, people are coming. We should probably get out of here fast. Okay.
So I'm working on it. Just patience. I told you everything's gonna be fine. We'll go wherever you want to go.
Okay, fast before they get here.
So you see these guys. There's like 5 of them, and they're kind of coming towards the vehicle. One of them is actually starting to like brisk walk to a run over to the vehicle. You know, kind of like realizing, hey, what's going on? Hey, you! Get out of my fucking truck!
This guy just like looks over to Ford. He's like, anything now?
Yeah. Just don't. You gotta calm down. Why don't you roll the window down, talk to them or something? I don't know what the hell they want. These people are always trying to bother me.
Fuck's sake. He's gonna roll the window down, kind of poke his head out, like, hey, you guys, what's going on? What seems to be the problem?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
What the hell are you do? Get the hell out of my truck, Tomb. I'm gonna bust you in your face.
Your truck, that's... Are you sure this is your truck? Because I'm with this fella here. He's saying it's his truck, you know, and he got the keys to open it as to why we're in here now. I mean, it seems like pretty obvious it's his truck, right? Like, are you sure? Like, maybe your truck has like a similar paint job. You know, sometimes you get confused with cars. You know, sometimes, you know, I'm sure you've had before. You go to the grocery store, and on your way back, you try to open up a car and realize, that's the same type of car, but someone else's. You know, happens all the time.
So just as you finish saying that, Ford's like, oh yeah, there we go. Now we're good. See, and pulls down that lever and just lays on the gas. And it looks out the window at this guy. Is like, see you later, sucker.
It's like, floor it.
Jesus.
All right. And you guys floor it out of that parking lot and into the street. And this thing drives like the truck that it is. I mean, it feels like a logging truck as you're going here.
Fuck.
All right, where are we going? Where are we going, man? Like I told you, don't worry about nothing. I got you. Everything's gonna be just fine.
Look, just keep going straight. After the next light, take a left.
All right. Here we go. We're going places now. All right, so you go down, take a left. Oh, okay. You where to now? We did that.
And he's just going to kind of keep giving him directions to get to the warehouse.
Okay. And I'll pause that one there. So, Paul.
Oh, excuse me.
We just took your turn.
Yep.
All right. And pick that one out. So this one is going to... Actually, she opens fire again with her shot. She has an auto shotgun, actually. But so she's just going to open fire on the beam that you're hiding behind. Suppressive fire on you.
Okay.
Getting some pluses there, I see, huh?
No, that was for rank. She has 2 currently.
3 now. Back up to 3.
All right, so I am going to have you roll an evasion roll against this. So you got to roll over a 20, buddy.
Roger that. That is 17.
Okay, so you are... Is that your final roll, your final number?
You know what? Yeah.
All right, so you are suppressed, so you will lose your next turn.
Gotcha.
All right, number 3. She
Playing into that.
is also going to... This is the one that has the assault rifle, so she is going to fire on you as well. Okay. Odd or even?
Even Steven.
All right, so this other nun with her auto assault rifle basically pulls up, kind of pops out of cover, goes to fire at you, and nothing happens. Shit. And pops the clip out, or pops the magazine out and starts trying to unjam her weapon behind cover.
Her faith was lacking.
Her faith was lacking. Ring, you are up.
She's standing covered and unjamming her own damn gun.
Okay.
All the while cursing the piece of shit because this is like the 5th or 6th time it's done this to her.
That double feed's a bitch.
So this is quite a shit show so far here. So Scotty, you give them directions back to the warehouse. As you guys are pulling up to the warehouse, you notice that Ford likes to drive fast. But as you're pulling up to this warehouse, you hear these gunfire. You hear Paul's shotgun go off. You hear just from inside the warehouse. What your friends doing? What's going on in there, man?
Shit. Look, I gotta head inside real quick and see and take care of what's going on. Just stay here and stay safe, all right? And I'll give you the signal when you come in.
All right. So he just pulls over right there and stops the vehicle.
All right, and
remember, meter's running, man. Meter's running.
Yeah, sure. Just don't go anywhere, all right? And Scotty's gonna hop out and start running into the action, see what's going on.
All right. As you're running away, you hear Ford say, "You best be quick. I got place to be. I got people to see."
Yeah, I know. Me too. Won't take but a moment.
All right. So I'm gonna say your movement is coming into this scene. You come in to see Raiden, who is taking cover behind it's a beam to the building, the support beam. Looks like it's been blasted by a shotgun. And you see Ring, who is kind of crouched down behind the previous getaway vehicle. That's wired with explosives, trying to unjam her weapon.
All right, and I guess he sees the 2 still remaining nuns.
Right? No, you don't. They are both undercover. What you do see is a body over by Paul, and you can tell it's female, and it looks like Paul just like skull-capped a nun. Seriously, like blew the back of this nun's head off.
He's going to hell.
So,
Straight to hell.
so Sky's gonna see this. I mean, and like, he's gonna be like, "What is going on here?" He's gonna kind of yell that out.
Paul's like, I don't know. Ask the fucking nuns with guns.
It's like, nuns with. Wait, like, did you kill one?
You'll just
Yes!
hear Wayne ring out of nowhere. They tried to kill us first!
All right, Paul, you are up.
Paul is going to maneuver out of cover. Wait, he was suppressed, so I'm pretty sure I missed this turn, right?
Yeah, yep. My bad.
No, you're good. No, you're good. You're good.
All right. Scotty,
sure.
I am going to allow one more thing for you. You can use your, I mean, you don't see any targets, but you can use your action to take cover. I'm fine by that if that's what you would choose to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess he'll do that because I guess based on the gunshots he was hearing, he can probably tell that the combat is still ongoing, right? So if that's the case,
You haven't actually seen anybody fire anything. You just heard the gunshots, and you get in here, and here's your. I don't know whether I would call them friends or not, but I guess we'll use that term. And this dead nun.
Yeah, but they did say nuns plural.
Yeah.
So I think that's reason to stand that there's probably still more around.
So the easiest, most accessible cover is the back of the car.
With the explosives on it.
Near where
Near
Ring is taking cover?
Ring. Yep.
I don't think he's taking that chance.
Right.
Not. I don't think he's gonna hunker down next to a car with explosives on it.
But why not?
What could go wrong?
So your other options are, I mean, you got the pillar where Raiden's at. You have a pillar on the other side, which is might be a little bit of a stretch for that one. Or you could try to take cover by the burning vehicle.
How burning is it still? Like, is there somewhere he could take cover behind without just catching on fire or something like that?
Well, it would be very loose cover and very hot cover, but it's still this didn't happen that long ago, so I mean it's still burning.
I mean, if it doesn't look like he's gonna get hurt or catch fire if he takes cover next to it, then I think he'll take his chances with that rather than next to the live explosives of the other car.
Okay, or you had the pole.
The pole.
Yeah, there's another support pole on the other side, basically opposite of where Raiden's at.
Does that look like it'd be better cover than the burning truck?
That's up to you. It's definitely would be a stretch to get to it, so you're going to have to roll an athletics check if you want to go for
that. He'll just go for the truck.
Okay. All right. So, as you are... Let's see... Wow. Okay.
Are more guns jamming?
They are. More guns are jamming. I'm rolling ones tonight, so that seems to be the way of things.
They're
Scotty,
getting ring disease.
Roll a perception check for me.
Sure thing. That is an 11.
Okay. Ring, roll a perception check for me.
$18.
Okay. So, Scotty, you rolled your athletics check already, right?
Athletics? I
Or
thought you
no,
asked me to roll perception.
Okay. Yep, you managed to hunker down in back of the burning vehicle. So it is loose cover. It's not necessarily great.
best.
More like
cover.
concealment.
Right. Ring, as you are clearing your weapon, you hear something bounce kind of in the dirt by the car.
Oh
Oh, Neptune.
Oh shit.
boy. Boy, this is gonna turn into a day, isn't it?
Definitely glad I didn't take cover by the car.
Yeah, I'm regretting doing that.
It's gonna turn into a day.
So what are you going to do?
She's gonna hear that, and she's gonna remember what Ryan did to her not long ago, and she gonna run like fucking hell.
All right. Give me an athletics check, please.
Let's see.
She gonna let everybody else know there's a grenade, or she can keep that info to herself?
I have a feeling we'll see in a moment that there was a grenade.
I think. Let's see if she gets through this first.
Okay. So you actually just take off running from this thing. Yeah, there was a grenade. You hear the grenade go off, and there is this sucking sound. So you hear the grenade go off, and that there's this sucking sound in the building. You can't hear the sucking sound ring because when that grenade goes off, you're still close enough that, I mean, your head is spinning. And the concussive force of it kind of blows you away from the vehicle. The damage is 17, but your athletics check on there, you're only going to take 9 damage. But that's direct damage, so it bypasses your armor. So you're going to take 9 points of damage. So Scotty, Paul, you guys hear this sucking sound when this grenade goes off. All right. Literally, you see the car lift up in the air? You hear that sucking sound before the car itself explodes.
Jesus.
Oh God.
And
So
I need
Paul kind of got.
Well, I need each of you to roll athletics checks, but go ahead and do your reaction.
All right. Stand by. Where is the body?
Athletics.
That is a 19.
I've got a 14.
Okay. Paul, same thing as Ring. Scotty, you take 17 points of damage, buddy.
Ow. How big was the explosion? Does it just like take up the entire warehouse?
The car blew up too.
The grenade went off, but the grenade set off the explosives that were on the car.
Yeah. So I'm going to take 9 points of damage, and it's going to
Yes.
bypass all armor, right?
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
Well, please tell us, how much damage do the remaining nuns take from this massive explosion?
Well, tell us what this looks like for you, and I will do that.
But yeah,
What happens to you?
Paul basically kind of like, as soon as he sees the car get kind of blown into the air, like he just drops down and kind of gets low and puts his arms over, or put one arm over his head while trying to keep the shotgun kind of, up and ready to engage any mooks that decide to make themselves available to die. Because my boy's on a roll tonight.
Yeah, I think on Scotty's end, he probably he probably sees the car exploding, and I think the raw force probably I think it probably moved the burning truck, so that essentially that kind of rammed into him
Gotcha.
with quite a lot of force, so it kind of probably launched him back a bit.
Okay. And okay, so you're both you would both be knocked prone by this. I mean, it's a large explosion, so all three of you would have been knocked prone by it. It's going to take you, a few seconds to kind of clear your head enough to actually, and your head's going to be ringing after this. Clear your head enough to realize what just happened. So you now have a complete mess. I mean, that the vehicle that you guys had left here is a fireball, period. Mangled metal, completely engulfed in flames. And it looks like it basically landed in the area where one of these other nuns was at. So you don't. Yeah, you can go check that out if you want to, but we will go back to the turn order. Ring.
So once she gets her head clear, all you're gonna hear from her at first is "Mother," and then a long string of cusses. She'll kind of get herself up, shake off, look around to kind of get her bearings, see where she's at. I'm guessing the other nun is still in hiding.
Maybe.
If not outright dead.
She's gonna look around, kind of see what cover she has. Look at her rifle, and be like, "This thing's a piece of shit," and then go tries to find cover again.
Okay. All right. Scotty.
Scotty's taking a moment to kind of recover from that huge hit. So it's what kind of nuns does this city have? This doesn't seem like lordly work. So he kind of gets up and tries to. I don't know. Is there any other Well, I guess he's gonna look around to just get his bearings. How's our data gel server doing right now? I think he's gonna look to where we left it.
Give me a basic tech roll.
Basic tech.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this would be a perception, if anything. But where's my tech?
What are you trying to perceive?
I mean, he's just gonna look to where they left it and see if it looks busted as shit or not.
Odd or even?
Even Steven.
Oh boy.
And that's a 6. It never fails me.
Except when it does. So, as far as you can tell, given your unlimited knowledge of basic tech, I mean, the thing was already kind of scorched from being in back of the truck, jostled around. The crate around it had been busted up. I mean, it appears to have fared well in the explosion. It's not leaking or bent up and mangled like the other metal objects in the building right now. Is there anything else you want to do?
He breathes a sigh of relief. He's like, it's a fucking miracle. It's like, hey, who's alive?
Paul's like, yeah, we're good here, kind of. He's saying it in he's basically yelling at it because his ears are still ringing.
Ring's just gonna be completely random and yell out Marco.
Do any living nuns reply with polo, perchance? Can we get an odd or even for that?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, even Steven, let's go. Damn it. That's a 1.
So
Robot killers, robot
no nuns reply with polo.
Okay.
So you went to check out the server, Scotty?
I don't know if he ran out to it. I guess it was like from where he was, because he's kind of picked himself off the ground.
Okay.
So it's a bit from a distance view.
So roll evasion.
Okay. Where was that? Body? No, fighting.
Yeah, you're being shot at.
That is a 17. I'm going to pop 1 luck to turn that into an 18.
Okay, so you are, however you want to describe this, you basically, out of the corner of your eye, you catch some movement and you see some muzzle flare.
Due to the luck being what saved me, I'm going to say that a falling piece of debris actually gets in the bullet's way, and when it collides with the debris, it just alters the bullet projection, so it just barely passes by him.
Okay.
Stroke of luck.
So
Look, if you're using luck, you got to play into it.
Yeah.
oddly enough, Raiden, as you're kind of looking over towards Scotty, who you know, the voice probably sounds like, you know.
Yeah.
You,
That's exactly what it sounds like.
you see this random piece of metal drop, like from like one of the rafters or something, like it was part of the truck. This random piece of metal drops, and as it's falling down kind of over in back of Scotty, you see a little spark on it, and it suddenly like leaps off to the left.
Huh. So based on that, is it my go now?
Yep, it is.
So based on that information, Paul is going to move off towards the right, looking for the nun that fired the shot.
Okay, roll perception.
All right. So what is that? I'm gonna roll that. That is, ooh, he sees everything.
Oh my goodness.
All
That's a pretty one.
He does. So yeah, you see her. Looks like she just took a shot at the rat.
Well, Mance is going to take a shot at her now.
That's what she's thinking in the back of her mind. She's like, I hate rats. All right.
It's going to be an
Roll.
18. Yeah.
You missed.
Just missed.
The 19.
Well, you can't obliterate every nun you see.
Unfortunately. So as he's moving, like he stopped to take that shot, and he's basically going to continue moving into cover. So he's moving towards either the nearest piece of cover based on his position.
Gotcha. Ring,
So like
you're
moving in that direction towards that nun.
Okay, so you're going to continue to press her, basically. All right.
Yeah.
Same situation for you, Ring. You didn't see the magical metal jumping around in the air, but you do, and everything's kind of sounds like this. You know, it's very, very muffled at this point. Your hearing's just starting to come back to you. You definitely see Raiden moving. He kind of moves across your vision in front of Scotty, and fires his weapon.
She is going to kind of start moving in that direction, but she's not going to fire until she knows that she has a good sight on whoever or whatever it is.
Okay.
Or on the specific nun that they are after. Let me freeze that.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Okay. 14.
All right, you're not sure. You're not sure what he's firing at yet. I mean, probably a good thought that it's a nun, but you don't see all the confusion and the flames and the wreckage. You don't see her.
Yeah, she's gonna hold off then until she can get an actual good shot on her.
Gotcha.
Sounds like a reserved action to me.
Scotty.
Yeah. Considering that he was the one that just got shot at, is he able to tell where that little old shot came from?
I'm gonna say no. General direction, yes. Are you going to look for her?
Yeah, he's gonna pull out his bat and start kind of running in that direction. And if while going over there he sees that nun, he's gonna take a swing at her.
All right, we'll make this easy since it always works for you. Odd or even?
Even Steven.
Okay. You don't see anything. Paul.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the stealth nun.
Stealth
So yeah,
nun.
he's gonna continue to move since he has eyes on the nun. He's gonna take another shot.
All right. Go for it.
That is a 24. Oh, this nun is fighting to
Miss.
survive.
Ya missed.
Don't worry. Eventually, the other two will see with this
By
ninja nun.
by a fucking chin hair.
All
So,
right.
yeah, he's still moving towards her. And just fucking sends another round in her general direction, and just she found a nice piece of cover, I guess.
So I'm gonna have you. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna have all three of you guys roll a perception check for me.
All right.
Okay.
I got an 11.
All right.
I got a 17.
So, Paul,
Yeah.
as you're doing this, you've racked off a couple of rounds. Your hearing is coming back. You first get a sense like something is moving up very quickly behind you, and then you hear a low growl of what sounds like an engine.
So Paul whips around and it's like, what the fuck is that?
Barreling towards you is a rather large pickup truck.
Ah!
It's raised. It's got basically a lift kit on it, so you've got like 3 feet of space underneath this thing. Big wheels on it, and it's like coming right at you.
So let's see, it's coming right at him.
Yeah.
Paul just drops to the ground
Okay.
and kind of makes himself flat. Like kind of I guess he's like kind of dead center of the truck, so he's between the wheels. So he just drops to the ground and kind of covers his head.
And so as you go to drop, you happen to look up in the windshield of this vehicle, and you see this guy, a reasonably neat looking afro, dark skin, and he's going like this to you. So Scotty, Ring, your hearing is just kind of starting to come back, and you suddenly get this impression that something large is coming, and you see this truck fly in between you, almost hitting you, and just runs over this nun.
Ring's gonna kind of shake her head. the fuck? Okay, that was convenient. Appreciate it. Rat kid, what the fuck?
Ford, I thought I asked you to stay inside, but thank you.
So,
I'm assuming this is our ride.
Yes.
so this guy puts the truck in reverse and backs up. He's got both the windows rolled down. I told you, I got you. You don't know combat cab, nothing. I don't even know what that is. You got Ford Lincoln Mercury on your side. And with that, we're going to take a short break.
All I can say is the look on Rain's face at the moment.
That's top shelf service right there, baby.
Time to step away for just a little bit. So if you guys need a restroom break, a drink, whatever you would need, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So enjoy the music.
All right.
Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs, blue and pistol shit. Satisfies, leather jacket, zipped up tight. Big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams, bright and night city, where your appetite weighs you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street. Don't testify. You got to whisper now on your honest, so we keep on moving. Gotta take it slow, no. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city. Here in our city, got me up alright. Here in our city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city. Good morning, night city, a day in the life.
crystal sheet. Satisfies leather jacket, zipped up tight. And no big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams bright and night city, where your appetite waits you out your sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street. Don't testify. You got to whisper now on your arm, and so we keep on moving. Gotta take.
That's good. Yeah, yeah,
My
that's good
husband-
stuff.
My husband makes potato soup that's really freaking good. That's actually what I had right before the stream.
And it
All
sounds
right.
like he puts like
Oh,
bacon in
we're
and
live.
stuff.
We
live?
are. We
Oh
are.
man,
Okay, give us a warning.
I couldn't get my
We're
ice
talking-
cream.
Talking about
was.
potatoes.
Now I've got to talk about my husband's potato soup again.
Oh,
Yeah,
that sounds good.
yeah, I'm getting me some ice creams.
All right. That's all right. So you guys finished off that combat, and we'll roll back into this in just a couple of minutes here. I'm interested to see what we have going on with the audience tonight. Not a lot of chat.
I think they're all just enjoying the murder hobos that
First
we
time
are.
listening. Oh,
That's fine. Got
Asa
people
Lenora.
working.
I completely missed that. Sorry.
Yeah, we've got a few new folks with us today. And also for those that he mentioned Atlas earlier, this is him. They don't want to hear you.
There he is. We have birds on this stream that like to RP, so I mean that's cool, right?
Mhm.
I think he does a better character voice than the rest of us do.
Definitely
Probably.
better than me. All right, so as soon as we get Raiden back, we will roll into the next phase to this.
Alright, I'll be upstairs in a moment.
You're good. You're good. I gotta lower the music just a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that's not too
And
low.
get me some ice creams.
There we
Yeah,
are.
from my end, it sounds pretty good.
Excellent. All right. So, how'd you guys like your encounter? How'd everybody like the encounter with my favorite group of nuns, the Sisters of Pain?
None with guns.
Ring's going shopping for a new gun.
Yeah, seriously, that thing, like, I don't think it's ever successfully shot a bullet.
Yeah, you.
It has. It has.
It's not just it refuses to do it anymore. It's like
I blame putting freaking points into the stupid combat awareness stuff because that's when it started going downhill.
oh,
Oh, the solo's combat awareness is great. I mean, they do have an ability though that lets you negate the effects of a nat 1. things like called fumble recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point
it's a lot of
you should
points.
put your it's 4 points to invest
get-
in it. I feel like at this point you might as well do it.
Put your
I
points in the
mean, yeah,
fumble
that is-
recovery.
That is true.
Like how many
Apple.
times that like the gun is jammed? I mean, of course, as soon as you do it, you're gonna stop rolling not once. Like that's just almost guaranteed.
Yeah,
That's
robots
what I said.
listening.
Before I put points into this thing, I could hit the broadside of a bar. I go put points in this, now I can't hit the broadside of a bar, and the stupid gun keeps jamming.
Robot knows. I don't know what kind of grudge Robot has against you, but damn.
It's always that damn robot. That seems to be my curse as well. Tonight I've been rolling really low. Normally I roll pretty good, but you didn't have to get on me about all the nat 10s tonight. How about that?
Look, this is all those nat 10s you rolled that other session. This is
our payback.
Payback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which you still managed to do a good bit of damage to us, especially with that car explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurt a little.
Hurt a lot.
I mean, it hurt you a lot. I was fine.
All right, so I am going to fast forward just a little bit and put you guys back at the back at base.
Okay, fair.
Just coming in. So we'll get another opportunity to RP with our newfound friend,
Mr. Ford.
Mr. Ford.
The transporter.
Stormy, welcome in, Stormy. So
Hey.
we just came off of a short break, Stormy, so we're just about ready to roll back in here. You get to see a little bit of story piece.
Yeah, you missed the action where we fought some murder nuns, but now we get to the fun story bits after the mindless action.
Right. So you guys get back to the base. You have Ford drop you guys off in his affectionately called chariot. So this guy is really interesting guy. He tells you all about how, him and his vehicle have had such a long history together, and she just takes him everywhere that he wants to go and never has any problems. And yeah.
Yeah, and Sky just plays along with the bullshit he's saying.
Man's talking out his ass, and we all know it.
Yeah, but Sky made sure to exchange contact information with the guy. He gave him his Nokia number, not like his internal agent.
Gotcha.
I gave him his fake number.
Nah, man, he doesn't want the bureau kind of looking over any messages he sends with people. And also, he gave Ford the name Virgil as his introduction instead of Scotty or the Rat.
Gotcha. All right, so you guys are now back at home base. You have managed to unload this piece of tech and get it in. I'm going to say you took it into the commons area.
Gotcha.
And you're now back at base. What are you doing? Mending your wounds, chatting a little bit. Sawyer comes out, takes a look at you guys, takes a look at the server.
We look like shit.
What? Yeah, but what the hell did you do this thing?
Huh?
Let's see. Bomb, RPG,
Other bomb.
shot at, grenade. By the way, nice to see you. And Ring's just sitting there like bandaging herself up a little bit.
Yeah. Nice to see you too.
Paul walks past the guy, claps him on the shoulder. He's like, I hope this fucking thing was worth it. Walks to the fridge and opens it up. What does he see?
What did he not see?
Well, let's see. What do you see?
I
Give
mean,
me
at
a-
some point, Paul's gonna have to learn to stop putting his beers in that fridge. At
Give me-
some point.
Give me an odd or even there, Paul.
Even Steven.
Okay, what do you want to see?
I want to see a nice six-pack of Guinness.
That's what you see. There's a nice. It even has like beads of perspiration on it.
Oh.
6-pack of Guinness.
That means it's extra stout. That means it's the perfect temperature. He pulls out the whole 6-pack, sets it on the table, cracks one open,
Ring's gonna reach over, grab one, and do the same.
and just downs it. He just holds up a finger. He's just chugging away.
Yeah, Scotty's grabbing one as well. Yeah, after all that happened, he needs a drink.
Paul's not even mad. He's like, yeah, this has been a day. So as he just completely just chugs the beer, he sets it down on the table, cracks open another one. He looks at Sawyer. He's like, so what the fuck did you need that thing for? Because you're not gonna believe what the fuck we had to go through to get that thing.
Oh yeah. Well,
Never seen a bunch of fucking nuns with guns?
nuns with what?
Yeah,
I wanted that
nuns
thing.
with guns.
The hell are you? What are you taking on? Are you getting religious on me now? What's going on?
Nope. Nuns with guns, man. Nuns with fucking guns.
Nuns with guns. That's
That's
what.
too.
And explosives, apparently.
So that's what happened to this.
Oh,
One of the
Partly.
Part of it. First part, apparently our boy here, Scotty, has a twin. Or something.
Oh, well, congratulations, I guess.
No, I don't know how to explain it. There's a guy, looked an awful lot like me. He was waiting for us at our drop-off point. Switched vehicles, and he just waltzed out with a rocket launcher and blew the truck to pieces. So honestly, it's a miracle this thing kind of motions to the data gel server. It's a miracle this thing is still intact.
Yeah. See, that's why we can't have nothing nice. Cause you fucking people. I don't know. I don't even know if this ain't gonna work now.
Well,
Ring's gonna look up at him and go, yeah, well, see, here's the thing. You happen to talk to anybody while we were gone? Like, happen to tell anybody where we were going?
Who the hell am I gonna talk to?
Oh.
Well, you think I know who these nuns are?
Oh, I'm not just talking to the nuns. Somebody who...
Scotty's brother. You think I know who he is then?
Can I roll a human perception?
Sure.
Alright. Oh my goodness. A terrible time to roll a nat 1.
oh boy.
Yeah, I think you might even be on Sawyer's side here, Rat.
I think Scotty's too busy drowning himself in a beer after everything that happened to really try to analyze the guy much.
Ring's just gonna kind of shake her head and she's gonna go, has anything new shown up?
You know, you're really fucking paranoid. You know that?
Can you blame her? Can you blame any of us?
My best friend died, her body disappears. We have a look-alike Scotty, or Rat, that shows up that literally looks almost identical to the dude trying to blow our heads off. Somebody showed up where we stashed the car, had the place wiped clean, and planted a fucking bomb on the car. Why do you think I'm a little paranoid?
Yeah, that sounds kind of rough, huh?
Just a little.
Hey, sorry, we just had to ask, alright? Now, can you take a look at the fucking thing, see if it still works? And again, What did you need this for?
Well, this here is. Well, you see, the one you got is shot. It's junk, garbage. You know how old this fucking place is? I'm surprised this is even. This was here before. This was here. Had to be here before the tower went down.
Probably. All right, so basically we just needed a new battery or whatever the hell.
Well, this here unit houses the control, the AI control for this facility. Which, by the way, I gotta tell you something. This is like highly illegal shit you're getting into here. I don't know what you people are doing.
What do you mean?
Well, this thing houses an AI.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole thing out there. There's a big, big black wall. You ever heard of that?
All right, so you mean to tell us the AI we got is not your typical run-of-the-mill, piece of software that we got now? You mean this is one of those? What the hell are they called?
Call it a rogue AI?
Rogue AI, like rabbits.
Why
Is that what they call? I don't know computers, man.
Well, this thing that is here, what'd you call him? Sabaton? I don't know, some Sebastian. Yeah, okay, whatever. RJ something, right? Isn't that what it is?
JF Sebastian.
JF Sebastian. How the fuck does a computer get a name like that?
Hell if I know.
If he's a real AI, either the creator named it or it named itself. I don't know which one's worse.
That's what I'm telling you. This is not normal. This whole thing here, this is not normal. This tech you guys had to get for this thing, I don't know. This is like above my pay grade.
All right. So my question to you: is Sebastian awake or up or functional right now, or because his, I guess, containment unit is on the fritz? Is he offline?
No, I isolated him.
So he's still.
He's stuck in the old unit right now. Yeah, well, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I disconnected him from everything. So, I mean, that's what we need this for.
All right, so my next question is, if we leave him in there, what's going to happen?
Well, eventually this place will just start to power down, I think. I don't know.
What about us? Because they've got tech installed in us.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
How are you with getting tech out of people? If we got you and the doc together, could you get this shit out of us?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe I don't. I'm not a doctor, man. I don't. You don't want these hands messing around.
Yeah, I don't know where those hands have been. But that aside,
we're probably better off finding a Ripper Doc.
Yeah,
we got you.
All this, and I didn't even drink your beer. I mean, come on.
I appreciate it. As a matter of fact, you know what? He actually reaches over, grabs a beer, and hands it over to him. You order that.
Don't make him relapse.
But he's like, look. Yeah, he looks over at Ring and Scott. He's like, yeah, we probably should get a Ripper Doc down here, or just go to a Ripper Doc. But I don't know. I want to keep this as in-house as possible. And at this point, Sawyer, you might as well be one of the team at this point. But if we got you and the doc sat down together, and I guess we mapped out what tech we got in us. She obviously handles the surgery portion, but can you talk her through pulling the shit out of us?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not a doctor, man. That's not my thing. Tell you what, I do know. All right? first off, I know I'm going to drink this beer here, and you're going to follow me in here in the command room place where the computers are, because I got to show you something.
All right, so he does. Beer in
Ringo
hand.
get up. Ringo get up and follow. She's curious to see what he found.
The whole crew goes. Group
So-
presentation.
So by the time you guys get in, which I mean, the room is like 20 feet away. By the time you get in the room, he sets the empty bottle down.
Goddamn, man can chug.
Yep.
All right. So now I showed you this the other day. You see all these? These are the connections here to you. All right, each one of these is you. Okay, now here's the thing. When I shut down this AI system, this came on, and he points to this little red light.
And
that.
what's that?
That's why I don't know what that is. That's why I was asking you. What you don't know what that is either?
So Paul kind of leans in and is looking at what he's showing. Is there anything else around that particular light that's like? Is there anything else to kind of give him some context as to what that might be?
No, it's just a little red light.
Based on the arrangement of the lights, does it look like it's in the same arrangement as our lights?
No.
Okay.
If anything, it looks more like it's outside of your lights. So this is laid out kind of like a schematic. You have the base, the facility, okay, which he showed you. There's kind of a map in there of the outer portion of that. You have the connections, which kind of goes into more of a different kind of schematic where it shows the connection points to you, the three of you, basically like each one of you would be your own server, essentially. And then you have this thing. This red light is outside of that, but it appears to be connected almost like you would expect to see like a Wi-Fi connection, where it pulsates slightly, and as it pulsates, it's either sending out or drawing energy from the system or information.
Ringo's
So-
just kind of looking at it, and she's like, "Is it a possibility, minor possibility, that could be Sebastian?"
Well, here, you look at this here, and he shows you this area. He's like, that's the current control unit. So the server, the liquid gel server that you just got, that's the old one. And you can see it's bright red. That's where your AI is.
All right.
So something's red. That means it's damaged, right?
Not necessarily.
Well, if you look at these dots here, I just told you a minute ago they're you, and they're red. So I don't know. Are you damaged? Maybe you're all defective. Maybe that's the problem.
Out of curiosity, have any additional dots shown up at any point in time that you've been here?
No, I don't sit here and watch the screen all day, but I mean, I got shit to do. I mean, what do you want me to do? Sit here and watch these screens all day?
Sawyer, do you know what's being transferred between that dot out there, that outlier, and the rest of the connections? Can you trace that information or that signal?
My best guess is, it might take some time. I can try and trace that signal, but my best guess is that it's relaying information. So when you see these incoming pulses, that's information coming into our system, and then the outgoing pulse is information going out of our system. Now, I think that the problem is that, well, as long as our AI system is offline, then we don't have any security. That's kind of what the issue is, I think.
Question
All
is,
right.
where's the information going?
Yeah, and what information's being set out? All right, so yeah, you know what? Those are your two jobs. Figure out what information is being sent out and brought in, and where the fuck it's going. I don't care what else you do. You said we're lacking security with Sebastian on ice. Is there any way that you can bypass that and give us, access to the security measures? Get cameras up, get any electronic locks back up, anything like that.
Well, there's the basics to the system. I mean, I can run some of it from here, but I mean, it's like I said, the system's pretty old, and everything here seems to be designed around, well, that control unit that you got. So we need that, and we need to install that. And then I don't know what you want to do with this. Do we put the AI in there? Because if he stays where he's at, that one's shot. I mean, I don't know how he's been functioning.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. So if we leave them, so this control unit, you said it basically controls all the things. If we put this in there without an AI, what happens?
I don't know. I would assume that most of the stuff here is set up on algorithms. So I mean, it just does what it's supposed to do. It's pre-programmed. Yeah. There's a lot of juice being drawn into this facility. A lot more than what we're using right here.
Where's it going?
Well, that's a good question.
If I had to
Add that
guess,
to your to-do list.
if I had to guess, it's probably behind the secret door, whatever it is supposed to be behind there.
And we
Yeah.
come back to that stupid thing that we can't get into.
Nope.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a guess and say, wherever that data stream is going, whoever's on the other end of that, that's probably how they knew where we'd be.
Probably. Yeah. So we got to make that your top priority, sir. We need to know what information's going out and where it's going to, and be as discreet as fucking possible.
I do
As a
what
matter
I.
of fact.
What?
So, taking a step back as the player,
Mhm.
since we've kind of fast forwarded a little bit, and we obviously drove here with Ford, do we know he's a net runner?
I mean, I think
Ye-
Scotty knows.
Well,
at this point.
Right, that's has to come through an RP.
Okay. I wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
that
it would
have to
be
happen.
it would be way too easy and convenient to just say yes
To
right
say
now.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
no. I just want to double check. Okay. So in that regards, Paul's gonna be like. So, with that in mind, he looks at Sawyer. He's like, a netrunner? Because you look to be able to handle the hardware stuff. We need somebody in here who can handle the fucking software. Maybe they can get us past that fucking door. Maybe they can tell us, speed up the process of getting that information about where that other information's going and what information's going out, what information's coming in. I know you nerd types like to stick together, so you got a netrunner you like to or you trust enough?
is that Sawyer you're talking to?
Yeah, he's talking to Sawyer. This is all directed to Sawyer.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. And by the way, I know I'm doing a lot of yapping, so if any of y'all want to jump in, just interrupt.
Ring's just listening right now.
I know a lot of people, but I don't. I mean, I don't really mess around too much with those types. The whole brain dancing, jumping around, whatever. You fry your brain with that shit.
I mean, not wrong.
Why would anybody want to be hooked into a computer anyway? I mean, what is the point in all that?
Escape reality.
That and information, man, and that's more valuable than a pile of fucking eddies in this day and age.
No,
All right,
just
yeah. All right, well,
If you give me some time, I might be able to find one. I'm usually good at trying to find people.
all right, let's
Tight.
put that on our to-do list.
I'll help you. I'll reach out. I'll see who I can. I might be able to find somebody.
Okay,
to
well,
help.
looks like we got two of you working on that front. But Sawyer, only someone that you feel you can trust. And frankly, whether you like it or not, man, you're kind of roped into this now. So,
Yeah. I don't even know what the hell this is, but yeah, all right.
we're trying to figure that out ourselves.
You know
so
what
say,
that means? That if you shoot me again,
Paul kind of chuckles at him. Huh? Don't worry.
you
You're welcome
just-
to the beer that's in that fridge. Just don't drink it all.
you just know I know how to lock this whole place down. You ain't never getting out of here.
Ring will look over at him and go, Here's the hint. Replace what you drink.
How
Just
do I do
occasionally-
that? I don't have any money.
Talk to me. I'll pass you the eddies. Just replace it if you drink it.
All right.
Paul looks over at her. You're gonna be broke.
I'll use the shit to begin with. Well, okay. I'll have to hold off on paying you anytime soon because I gotta replace this stupid piece of shit as she points towards the right.
And as she says that, Paul's like, we have a armory right over there.
Yeah, and I don't know half of what's in there, and I'd rather.
Go take a look. Trust me.
I-
They have some shit in there that Arasaka strike teams use.
So I got a quick question for you. All right, now here's the deal. All right. Well, first of all, I need you. And he points at Rat and Raiden. It's like, I need you to put that thing in here. Yeah, you're gonna help me install that thing. All right. So
Okay, but we're
first,
keeping Sebastian on ice, correct?
well, that's what I'm getting to. Because first we got to pull the old one out, and then we got to put the new one in, and then what do you want me to do? Do you want me to transfer that information from the old one to the new one, or what?
Maybe if we start first without Sebastian, see how everything functions.
The question is, how much information is stored in that we need?
Well, that's the control unit for this entire facility. That's it. That's what that is. It is
Okay.
the control unit for the whole shebang, as far as I can tell.
So I got two questions. First off, when we swap this unit out, swap this unit in, will Sebastian still be on ice? Will it be like a sleeper, whatever
I
the AI
think.
program does?
I think. Maybe.
Okay. All right. That's I guess.
See, I don't know what's going to happen when we pull that old unit out.
Gotcha.
I mean,
And then the
it's ice.
information,
What? Yeah. Yeah.
then the control information. This unit, and he points to the new one. Is that like a blank slate? Meaning we would have to,
Yeah.
I guess, upload programs to help this shit function.
Should be. I got to run a couple tests. Take a look at it. But should be nothing on that. Should be completely just basic operation system. That's it.
All right. Well,
Which means I
Yes.
got to get some of the data from the old one to put into it. Otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be worthless.
All right, we need that net runner, because if you pull whatever information off of it, I mean, maybe I've watched too many fucking movies, but I don't see a way where Sebastian doesn't hop right over with that info. Fuck. Okay.
Next priority,
So,
Netrunner.
huh?
I was just saying next priority, Netrunner.
Yeah. Trying to think if we could function as we are for another day or two until we find a net runner.
Ring's gonna look at Sawyer for that answer.
Yeah, Paul kind of looks at him as he says that, kind of side glance, like, ballpark.
I have no idea. I don't know how long the facility is just gonna keep running. Right now, it's just running. I don't know if there's a timer on it. I don't know what that little red light is. I mean, a lot of things I just don't know right now.
And he looks at he looks at all three of them. He's like, all right. So what's the play?
I don't know, but there is one question I have with everything.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen to us when he replaces that?
That's a good question.
Because you said that.
I'm not worried about it because I'm not connected to any of this shit. But you, all of you, yeah.
What's gonna happen to us when we disconnect this shit?
I don't know.
We already saw what happened to Paradox, and we are already assuming that had something to do. Somehow her light's still going even though she's dead.
That's if she is really dead. Considering we just saw another Scotty, and he looks at the rat at that point. It's like, what's to say there ain't another Paradox running around?
Listen, I'm not saying that's me. Not yet, okay? Because it looked a lot like me, sure. But there were differences. So I don't know if that's just someone who just happened to look a lot like me trying to pretend to be me for whatever reason. Okay?
Well, kid, here's the thing. As far as everybody's concerned, you're dead and buried.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that.
So why the fuck would someone try to wear your face?
Not to mention the fact, didn't the doc say that when she scanned everything on Paradox, she didn't find a sign of there being any health problems with her whatsoever? No history of broken bones, nothing. No history of any medical on any of us.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then he looks at Scotty at this point. He's like, you still got that? Well, he looks at him. He's like, well, you still got some of Scotty number 2 on you. So strip down, get all that stuff over to the med bay for the doc to start doing some scans.
Yeah, like as their conversation's been going on, Scotty has gone a little pale. He's like, yeah, I gotta wipe some on a tissue. She should be able to get a sample from that.
Yeah, I mean, give her the clothes too, as much as she needs, man. And she's probably gonna need some blood from you at the very least. And he looks over because he still has that duffel bag that had their gear in it, because he actually put the armor from Scotty, the other Scotty, in there when he stripped it off of him. It's like, we're gonna need to head to the armory and start taking a look at this, because that's basically our gear, just better, actually.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I've never seen it on anybody else. I mean, me and Paradox had it, and then obviously y'all guys had it, but I haven't worked with any other guys outside of y'all.
Yeah, all the other agents that I've worked with. That's a good question. All right, yeah.
Well, and didn't someone else we faced off against have a very similar armor as well?
Yep, the guy that lit me up in that building behind this one. It's a lot of fucking questions. We need to start getting some answers. In the meantime, fuck.
Could be other teams of the Bureau. We don't know how many other people are even in the Bureau, but they have the same armor. I don't know. It could be.
We
others.
actually do know how many people are in there, kind of. Your numbers.
Yeah, but that don't
I
mean
do-
much. We don't know that
That's
how many there are alive.
That's an identification number. That doesn't necessarily mean there are that many of us.
Yeah, but
'Cause
usually
if so,
most people don't go that high on numbers unless there's been that many.
Yeah, and I'm 17. And you see, at this point, you see kind of Paul looking a lot more thoughtful than he usually looks. All right. Shit. All right, one thing at a time. Ah, fuck. Let's at the very least let's get this. And he points over at the unit. Let's get this in the control room, even if we don't swap it over. At least it's there. He looks over at Sawyer. All right, come on, let's get this shit moved. Where do you want it?
All right. I think I'm going to leave it off right there, guys. That gives us a perfect tie-in to next week.
Okay. Sure.
Fantastic. Really, really good playthrough. Really great piece of story there. So hopefully everybody enjoyed that. And I think that came off really well, personally. We really were able to bring that to where it needed to be. So fantastic with that. Thank you, everybody, for being.
Questions.
Well, you know, let's just take a moment and talk about that. I'm just going to say these last two sessions that we've had. What has really what sticks in your mind from these last two sessions? Please, audience, feel free if you have a comment, go for it. I'd like to share those as well.
I would love to hear the audience's theories on what they think is going on.
Yeah.
I think from Scotty's point of view, he's like the implications of what they've kind of been discovering lately kind of scares him. That's why he's essentially trying to deny because Paul is saying that, talking about the cloning stuff. Scotty's trying to not believe that until they can get more solid proof, because that line of thinking is leading to some thoughts that he hasn't yet vocalized to the rest of the group, and it's a lot of stuff that just really scares him.
Yeah, I mean, Paul's kind of in the similar boat, even though he kind of has a poker face. He's worried about, again, what Sawyer brought up, what's gonna happen when we swap out the thing. Like, now he's starting to ask questions. Before most of the other agents that he's worked with, again, they were only ever other one person, and usually they were just, again, it was there to do the job, get it done, and move on to the next one. The other thing that's really worrying him is the fact that as the only agent here sent to retire or reassign other agents, he's starting to ask questions like, okay, why are these guys showing up now? Like, are someone or everyone here slated for reassignment? They ask, and again, coupling that with the fact that they're starting to ask questions and not just do the, not just toe the line. He's worried.
Little concerning.
Let's say, I know for Ring, she was questioning like what the hell happened to Paradox to end with when she kind of went cyber psycho. But then to have her body go disappearing, the dot still being active, the pulse coming in and out, the fact that everything's still kind of running on a day-to-day basis. Like, there's too many questions that are popping up, and it's actually starting to make her not just like today. She's now starting to question, okay, is Paradox actually dead or not? What's going on? But now she's also kind of starting to question herself a little bit, like, what's going on? Why am I here now? Like, there's more to this than what's being led on. And it's a little more chaos than I think she was quite ready for.
There's a lot of depth, a lot of questions there for sure. And those, those answers are going to come out through the story. So this is fun. This is fantastic to see where we're headed with this. Really appreciate that from all three of you guys and sharing, those pieces that are kind of sticking in your mind. For the audience, we are going to have a special session. Scotty and I will be announcing it here probably within the next couple of days, where we're going to dig into the rat's backstory a little bit, kind of give you an idea of who he was before the Bureau. Each one of the characters in the BOR will go through and do this with. The rat will be our third, and then we just have one or two more to do, and we will have gone through all the main characters in the group. And we'll continue to introduce some new NPCs. Hopefully everybody liked Ford Lincoln Mercury. His voice is a whole lot easier for me than Sawyer's.
Yeah, Ford was great.
I like the nuns. I mean,
Yeah.
But so thank you all for being here tonight for episode 12 of the BOR, which I think was appropriately named "What the Fuck, WTF."
Yep.
And yeah, we also do a Wednesday night podcast. Rob, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, actually, we do a Wednesday night podcast or a video series, kind of both, called the Update Log, where we discuss everything within the gaming industry, from TTRPGs to video games, every genre, from MMOs to RTSs or real-time strategy. We talk game design theory and practices, pretty much everything. We give our opinions on them. Last episode we talked about NFTs, cryptocurrencies, and things like that are starting to crop up in the gaming industry. Thankfully, and I think we all three of us agreed that, and a lot of the audience, thankfully they haven't taken root. But they are, the questions are being asked and the ideas are being tossed out about integrating them into some games, and hopefully it doesn't happen. There's a lot that goes into that, but it was a pretty good episode. I urge you guys to check it out, and I urge you guys to join us for next Wednesday's episode. The theme has yet to be decided, but myself and Greg will be posting that up as soon as we have that hammered out. And we also have a couple of guest spots episodes coming up soon. More news on that to follow. But yeah, a lot of things coming up on both sides.
Awesome. So one of our members tonight suggested that we do a movie night, so I think I might put a category up in the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, please do join the Discord, and maybe we'll do a movie night at some point here and watch some of these older movies that we've been referencing that people have not seen. Give people an opportunity. Oh yeah, Blade Runner, Warriors. I mean, give people an idea.
Yeah.
Some of the reference material that we I use. And outside of that, we are also just a quick announcement. We are also working on a second game stream that we are going to be doing. we don't have a launch date on that yet, but we are working out the details on what that's going to be, what the setting is going to be, so we can add a little different story for the audience to pay attention to. Outside of that, if you guys don't have anything else, I think I'm going to go ahead and set up a raid. I turn it over to you for a bit while I get that done.
Yeah, and if you guys want to stay updated on when the Scotty individual stream is gonna go, we'll be putting out that announcement on the Discord. So if you want to be notified when that's gonna happen, just join the Discord. The link is in the chat, and just keep your notifications on, and you'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
Also, a good way just to stay in touch with all of us and get a chance to say hi.
Yeah.
That is also true, yeah.
Absolutely. Come and join us. All right, we're going to raid into Fuzka tonight, which is another... They play a lot of D&D over there. It is an RPG stream. Really awesome folks over there. And they really have some nice games, so please do show them some love. Thank you very much for being here once again. Have a good night. We'll see you on Wednesday.
See you guys.
All right. See you guys next time.
Can you say bye?
All right.
All right.